Man, listen, bro. Listen, we out here. Look at him. The man, the myth, the legend.
What's up, big?
What's good with you?
Chilling. How you feeling, man?
Listen, I save lives and get money, you hear me?
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. What's
Be-
going
be-
on?
Before we get into this, I want to let you know, right? My man's he asked me for this hat, and I told him he couldn't have this hat. Before you got on, I told him he couldn't have this hat because I'm a Cowboy fan, and these people put us out the playoffs last year. I'm giving you notice. I'm putting you on. Yeah, I'm petty. That's how we start off this conversation, my G. That's how we start off the conversation. Because I'm going to show up in a few weeks. It's going to be me and Dak. Okay? It's going to be me and Dak, Zeke. Okay? It's going to be a couple of just people with stars on. I ain't got to say what's going to happen. But listen, I'm just leave it at that.
You know, right now my Eagles are as cool as me. So that's like sweat off my shoulder. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we ain't hearing none of that right now. I'm one of them cool Eagle fans. Don't get too hyped up and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, it's a week-to-week thing. And a few weeks ago, y'all got y'all's ass whooped. So we appreciate that.
That happened? Are you sure?
Yeah, it happened.
I wasn't there. I don't even think I was there.
I was actually there at the game when we went up 20-0. I think you might.
Wow. Okay, so shouts out to Oddly Dope. I was at the Oddly Bar hosting Oddly Dope. The third Sunday of every month is Oddly Dope. That's where I was at. Okay, I was, and that's the only reason why we ain't win. Okay, like I need you to know. Okay, they had a backup G in. They had a backup G. If they had the starter G in, it's all dubs, my G. It's all dubs.
We won a Super Bowl with a backup a few years ago. You might not remember the last time y'all won a Super Bowl.
Go there. I knew you was gonna go there.
It was about 30 years ago, something like that.
Wow. This is how we say hello. Harv. This is how we say
Tupac and Biggie were alive.
So yes, that's right. We won it when it counted with the greatest MCs alive ever. So how about that? That's what this is about. You focus on the wrong things. Listen, you focus on the wrong things. Huh? I need to know. They said you were doing a thing called bringing back bars with the hard R. Bars. R. What is bringing back bars? What is that?
Bringing back bars, man, is an idea I had. Basically, it's an event that I throw on a monthly basis at Oddity Bar. And what I do is more or less I ask a few MCs, it's 5 actually. I get 5 MCs and they get up there and they basically perform. And they get up there and they have a chance to do an acapella and a beat or something over a beat. The whole point is to grade their bars or what they're saying, you know what I mean, their lyrics. So when they, you know, perform over top of the beat, there's no other vocals or ad-libs. It's just what's coming out of their mouth. And it's you know, basically we're bringing back bars. And like I said, it's my way of incorporating, you know, the MCs and rappers and, you know, bringing them together with the live band. Look, I do it every month. And again, they get up there and they perform, and we got judges, you know, who do the doggone thing, and they get up there and the judges just pick a top performer. And that top performer of the night gets to come back and more or less perform for a paid gig on a Friday night. So it's basically just a way of incorporating the rappers with the live banders and, you know, keeping the flow all in the same. You know what I mean? All in the same.
That's just fire, my G. That's dope. All right. So now I'm curious. I need to know. So when you say it's a bringing back bars and y'all judging the bars, so is it like, so y'all don't count the stage presence at all, or like the flow, or is it kind of just like, is the bars paramount and then all that other stuff matters too? Like how that works? What up, Jonathan?
Okay, well, I can't give away all my secrets, but of course, I want you to know it's fair and legit.
Okay.
And so basically, the judges are given a form to fill out, with each MC or each performer, and they are graded on stage presence. And well, let me run you through it. They're graded on. It's like a dunk contest. Your first grade is like a dunk. Like what would you rate it? 1 to 10. Just an overall grade. And that's the first way you're graded. The second way you're graded is how you control the stage, more or less your mic control. How well did we hear what you were saying? How well did you move around the stage? Basically, how technically sound were you? That's the second way you grade it. The third way you're graded is, your delivery, which is how well you were doing what you were trying to do. In other words, were you stuttering? Did you forget what you were trying to do? In other words, whatever it is you were trying to do, how well did you deliver that? The fourth way would be the bars. Like, did you have bars or were they just trash? You know what I mean? You might have been trying to do something. You might have been doing it well, but was it good? You know what I mean? That's the bars of it all. And then the fifth way is the crowd reaction, how the crowd reacted to what you were doing. And then we add it all up amongst the three judges. And, the person with the highest score um, wins.
That's dope. Okay, listen. So they gotta fill out the actual form so you can make sure it's all fair and everybody is doing their thing.
Correct. You know what I mean? And, you know, I come from hip hop, you know what I mean? And I've done shows for a long time. Knock on wood, I've never had any problems at any of my shows, and I like to keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't announce the winner that night. It's just, told the next day, basically online, who won. And we party. So they perform, they compete, and then we party. You know what I mean? And it's all about enjoying ourselves and coming together as a community. You know what I mean? This hip hop thing is what I've done for a long time, and this is how I've done it. You know what I mean? By bringing love and respect into it first. You know what I mean? We got to respect, the location, which is, the oddity bar. You got to respect the people who took the time to bring it together, the hosts and the promoters, all that kind of stuff. The DJ, respect the DJ, you know what I mean? And then
DJ, facts.
the certain, and then just the opportunity, you know what I mean? Because we don't get a whole lot of opportunity, and it only takes one time to mess it all up, you know what I mean? So I try not to. I don't need that. We don't need that. We need this. We need BBB. We need stages. And I thank Oddity Bar. Thank people like G Dash for supporting. Shout out to Oddly Dope and what y'all doing, and Joe Bilardo. But shout out to you, Dash. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing, brother.
Listen, I'm just around. I don't even know. But back to what we talking about. So you doing acapella, and then you got the nerve to have him with a beat too. What made you come up with the whole acapella joint? Like, what made you switch like that?
I stole it. I stole the whole.
That's all. He ain't playing.
I stole the whole thing. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Soviet Union and Baby. I forget what it was called, but some years ago, man, we had this big ass competition when Baby had a tattoo shop on Union, and man, it was all kind of rappers. I remember Grams, Young Code. Most of the rappers who were anybody were in this competition, and that's exactly what he would have us do. It was like 5 MCs would come through, and the first round he would, have everybody go through and do acapellas, and then the second round he would come through and everybody would spit over a beat. And it was dope, you know what I mean? But we never finished. It started with like 50 people, but we never finished it. So again, big shout out to Rodimus Prime and Soviet Union and the Smoke
Think you would
Rooster.
have won? I gotta ask. You think you would have won? You think you'd have won?
Uh, you know, I was Drake before Drake, you know what I mean? So I was I was singing shit, you know what I mean? I was doing shit nobody else was doing. So yeah, I was, you know, we was probably at the quarterfinals. It was probably down to like the last 8 at the time, and I had just as good a chance as anybody else. I have bars. I got bars, man. It's
Talk
hard,
that talk,
man.
Keon! Talk that
The
talk!
boys from Delaware. I ain't playing with mine. You know, I'm just waking up. But this is what I do, man, and I appreciate everybody out there doing it. If you have any questions or concerns about whether you should come out and check it out, BBB is a beautiful thing for the community, for Delaware. You know what I mean? For Oddity Bar. You know what I mean? But you know, for us as a community, it's a lot of things that have sprung from BBB. You know what I mean? Our relationship has grown. Our network, you know, when you add in the Gorilla Republic and Joe Bellardo and you heard and
I gotta pause for a second and just shout out to Iz for being away and finding his like. If y'all don't know Iz, I suggest you check out Iz because he got a whole little circumstance and it's just dope as fuck. Like y'all,
yeah, you know, and again, I don't want to throw it out there. Big shout out to people who are adopted and people who haven't been around their parents. And my wife has a real similar story to him. But shout out to Is the Truth, man. And again, big shout out to Joe Bellardo. Shout out to Marketech. Shout out to Harvey Road, of course.
well,
Man,
and while we shouting them out, we might as well shout out the Deliciously Dope because your wife me and her gonna have one of these conversations in front of the world at some point too. Because you know
yes,
I
sir.
get on these,
Yes, sir.
I gotta get y'all out here.
Big shout out to Deliciously Dope, making that whole thing official. These girls have been catering our looks for a long time, and I'm glad it's all
They
coming
do
together.
caters, they do the pre-made, the meal preps, they do it's like a restaurant, they got a whole little shabilky, whatever y'all want. But back to what we doing. All right, so I got that. Oh, the judges. So who the judges? Because is away. So who judging?
I mean, I'm not giving out all my secrets.
God damn, what are all the secrets, man?
I'm not giving out all my secrets. Y'all might need to just show up and see who's there. The important part is, you know, the judges to me, you know, it brings it all together and makes it all make sense. You know what I mean? Because these are people whose arms reach out even further than, you know what I mean, mine. And them some long ass arms, you know what I'm saying? Because my arms is long, but the judges make it work. You know what I mean? Big shout out to the Delaware Music Network. Big shout out to Gorilla Republic.
Facts.
Big shout out to You Heard. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it's not about being judged, and that's what you know, a lot of MCs they take to heart. You know what I mean? Oh, you want me to be in a competition? Oh, I'm not good enough to I should already be headlining. I'm not. You got bars, right?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Come spit. If I said, all right, we're in a club tonight and I want you to come out and do one song, you come do that, man. You come to Why Not Come show if you got some bars. You know what I mean? Keep talking all this bar stuff. Come show them. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's about that stage presence. And I ain't knocking nobody, G.
That's a
But
fact.
I done been to a lot of shows lately, G. And they might as well not even have their mic on, G, because you can't even hear what they saying because they're yelling on top of the track, G. And I'm like, what are they doing, G? What are they doing? So the main rule with the BBB is, yo, we need to hear what you saying, dog. I don't want to hear what you said in the studio. You know what I mean? Most of these cats nowadays couldn't even remember the song. that they rapping over. If you took the track out, they wouldn't know what to do.
Mm.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know.
I
But we
ain't
doing
told
that,
you,
but
I gotta bring this up because that's my man and I respect it, but it hurt my feelings. Listen, shouts out to Big Steely, by the way. Let's talk about who won previously first. Who won already? Tell them who already won so far.
all right. So BBB one was in September. I don't know if my lighting changed, but my phone is dying.
Okay.
BBB one was in September, and it was won by a guy I grew up with. He goes by the name of Big Stilly. He's part of the Crew Cartel. Um, Fire bars, man. When I tell you, you need to check him out. You need to check him out. We've since had him back to perform. I think he performed with us at the Monsters Ball, Monsters Bash, October 28th. So the way it goes is if you win, you basically perform on a Friday night. You get a cut, equal cut of the door amongst the other 2-3 bands going on that night. And his term was October 28th. He had a ball. He won't tell you nothing negative about it. It was a great experience. You know what I mean? He won in September. He performed in October at BBB 2. That's Songbird. Songbird won. She did her doggone thing. That was an excellent night, a great night. She's due. I got to finalize the date, but as of right now, it is Friday, December 2nd. She'll be on with La Casa Day and somebody else. We'll figure it all out. But that's December 2nd. But that's the way it goes. So when that night comes, she'll get a portion or her portion of that door. And you know, she didn't done the thing. You know what I mean? That's what we doing. You know what I mean? And then the 3 winner is either gonna be Rated X, Dip the Don.
That's right.
Asphalt the Veteran, Rated X. I don't know if I said Rated X, but my memory is bad. And it's somebody else. I'll make sure I get right. Leaf the Ripper. That's who it is.
Yes.
Leaf the Ripper. Big shout out to Leaf the Ripper. All of these are my favorite people. And if you want to know how to get and become part of that competition, you come to Microphone Mondays or Microphone Madness, which is on Mondays. They're also doing another really big open mic at Oddity Bar on Mondays as well. If you play an instrument, come out on Wednesdays. Oddity Bar it's the ish right now. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Oddity Bar. But yeah, man. So that's where we at. BBB, come check us out Friday night, man. Doors open at 8. Show starts around 9. My boy Yikes Lee. If you don't know nothing about Yikes, you need to look him up. But shout out to True Art ENT. Shout out to PC, who makes a lot of Yikes stuff. And then my other headliner is one of my closest friends, if not my closest friend, my bro Fame. They call him the Hall of Fame right now. Owner of the Academy, voice and host of the 76ers. He's a big deal, but he'll be there Friday night as well, man. Y'all make sure y'all there bright and early with your drink cups ready and your food hand. You know, you're hungry. We have the Effie May will be there. We there. G-Dash, you there or what?
Yeah, you know I slide through. I'll be around. Have you met me?
I met you. I met you.
Yeah. So, all right, I gotta give a shout out to my boy Swerve because it hurt my heart when what happened. Listen, I mean, Swerve, you need to be back at the bars of another round. I don't care. I said what I said. That's my man. Shouts out to the playground and reset. Listen, check out Swerve. Listen, I shot him out for no reason. That's my man. All right. Yeah. And before I get up out of here.
Don't shout him out for no reason. You shout out him for a reason because he does bars. Shout out to the neighborhood fat kid. You know what I mean? Definitely did his thing, came through and blessed BBB 1. And whenever he ready to come back, not for that competition portion, but just to come back and enjoy yourself, you know, he's always welcome. So big shout out to the fat kid.
That's a fact. All right. So BBB tomorrow, what time?
Doors open at 8, so come get drunk. Not too drunk, but come get drunk. You know what I mean? Shows at 9:30.
All right, so doors open at 8 tomorrow
Yeah.
at the Oddity Bar, bringing back bars, right? Y'all know what it is. My man D Harv, yo, give me a word, man. You know what I do.
What's the veteran?
Veteran. Ooh, okay. By the way, just so y'all know, this is hats off. That's what I'm gonna call this from now. I'm calling it hats off. And I ain't gonna take my hat off. It's hats off with G Dash. You heard me? So, cause I tip my hat to my man D Hard right here. That's what we doing. You know what I mean? Shouts out to the Cowboys. And then so I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna take this. I'm probably gonna repost it on like YouTube or Facebook. Either tonight or tomorrow morning. So around that time, so everybody get a chance to kind of see it beforehand in different platforms. So it'll be around. All right. If y'all don't get to see this again, I'm G Dash Jones. The word I was given was veteran. Woo! All right. So I'm thinking. Shouts out to those who've been through war just to make sure I could be here. Shouts out to those who had that thing on their back while they walked through those tracks just to make sure that I could sleep without fear. Shouts out to those times when people sounded those alarms and we didn't know if those was going to be bombs and people didn't know if the end was near. Yeah, see, it's part there, take it there. See, I've had conversations with vets that woke up halfway upset because they didn't know what was happening next. Shouts out to those who had to fight off whatever was given to them. I mean, no matter what, they can say that you've been warned, but this ain't about a desert storm. This is about trying to avoid sticking those things in your arm. See, a lot of times, those who tend to fight can lose their minds because it's hard to stand toes down just by design. I don't think you understand mine. See, I gotta give a shout out to those who made it there and back. Because a lot of times it's hard to handle that. I mean, we got forces of people to try to help just bring you back. I mean, all I ask is that you take your time to stay at the VA and you talk to anybody you need, because I'm an advocate for therapy, but I understand that it ain't all about self-medication every day. Like, I give a shout out to the vets who made it through this way, because that shit's hard, bro. Like, I'm talking about there are ones who hear loud noises and then scream for no reason because of what they've been through. So I got to salute them because they went through some stuff that I ain't had to do. I mean, just to make sure that my life can move smooth. And I ain't asking about the lies that the government choose. I'm just praising you for making your moves. I'm telling the truth. I mean, I said it once, but I got to say it again. Salute to all the veterans.
Yes, sir. Go on, boy.
You know, I had to take it there. You know, D Harv, you go ahead, man. You bring it back, Lars. I don't know what you telling me. You listen. You here? All right. So
I do want to shout out those people participating in the competition tomorrow. It's rated X. It's a guy named D Turtle.
Yes, Turtle. D Turtle got the bomb pudding. I don't know if y'all know he make flavored banana pudding delicious. Shouts out to D Turtle.
That's how he came at me the first day. He was like, yo, I got bars. I'm trying to rap. I said, all right. He was like, and I make banana pudding too.
Nice.
But yeah, D Turtle, Rated X, Leaf the Ripper, Dip the Dom, and then Asphalt the Veteran. Again, it's 5 folk. And then I got my headliners, Yikes Lee and Fame. That's the Hall of Fame. And then the DJ. If you know nothing about Harvey Rose DJ Spin, be there tomorrow night to check him out. You know what I mean? Because he's amazing at what he does. Shout out to the DJs, but shout out to my DJ Spin.
Right. And I'm gonna try to tag all them people when I repost the situation or something. I'm gonna see if I can find them. All right.
Sounds good. Deliciously Dope. Look them up, man. My babies. You know what I mean? You looking for catering, infused.
Right.
They make dog treats. Like you said, they do everything. Deliciously Dope. Look them up, man.
Yeah, and while we at it, before I get about it, I'm G Dash Jones. If y'all ain't know, Delaware Music Network, we rocking, right? Shout out to DE Normal because I'm an advocate. You got to advocate, right? Listen, we just got finished smoking the vote. I'm trying to make stuff legal around here. That's all I'm trying to do. Listen, G Dash Jones, Delaware Music Network, taking it day by day. D Harv, bringing back bars, the oddity bar. Man, I'm out of here.